YouTube, how's it going? This is Alpha Prime of the One Elites, just finishing up a weekend event. This was an interesting one called Seek and Destroy. There's a chance to win a lot of nice prizes, gold, silver, bronze, G1 cores, lots of spark, premium shards, 200 3-star shards, 700 4-star shards, and of course if you were able to grind it out and get to the higher levels, there were more Gmetal cores available. There's a Gmetal core available. For those that don't know, the G1 is the highest core you can equip a bot with the exception to, of course, the prime cores. And these total spark crystals as well, which just gave more spark. But let's take a look at the G1 cores. As you can see here, there are a total of 20 different G1 cores available in the game for our bots, and they give the bots a G1 skin. For example, here you can see Optimus Prime has a G1 skin equipped to him. So it is an interesting, it's a nice skin, and it's also a very, very nice benefit. A lot of the G1 cores will give your bots a really nice enhancement. And in this video, we're going to talk about the gold ones, the silver ones, and the Gmetal ones, and whether or not each bot is better off with the G1 core equipped to them, or do you want to perhaps put a prime core on the bot instead. So stay tuned for that. But before we get there, if you could kindly like, subscribe, and share, we'd really appreciate it. It does help my channel a lot, and it helps me make more YouTube content for you guys. So, but before we go there, let's also do another giveaway. So for those that are subscribing and watching my videos, all you need to do is comment below with your in-game name and alliance, and also which G1 core you like the best, and you will be entered into a draw for 6 Alpha Prime loot links that I'm going to give away after this event is over. I'll probably do the draw on Tuesday or Wednesday. If you win, I will contact you personally, and if you don't win, no sweat it. Every time I post a new video, you're going to have another chance to win, and it's all randomized. Last time there was 50 comments made, so you had 6 chances out of 50 to basically win. Or it was less than 50 because some of them were duplicate comments, and the generator will not accept duplicate comments. So you have a very good chance of winning. So all you need to do is just comment and let me know your favorite G1 core, and let's have a little discussion about it. Without further ado, let's take a look at these G1 cores. And oh wait, why don't we just do this? Why don't we go ahead and open the G1 core and see what I got from the Gmetal core chip. From these bots here, I really do want the G1 Jazz. G1 Prime is really, really nice. Those are two ones I really use. Healer core would be nice because you're getting an little extra bit of healing. And anything else I would like. G1 Prowl would be cool, but I think with the gold one, he's already really strong, and he can already take out max defenses, so I don't really need the G1 Prowl. And then G1 First Aid, I only have the 4-star there. So of these ones here, there's only a few that I really want. Ratchet, Jazz, Wheeljack, and Optimus Prime. So let's see what happens. Wish me luck. Just talk about the G1 Prowl core, how it's so OP as the gold one is, and how strong the gold one was already. And I got myself a G1 Prowl Gmetal core, which is okay. I'm not going to complain. You can see there, special ability damage up by 6%, and sets a target on fire, dealing approximately 75% of the bot damage over 6 seconds. And that's the nice part. You know, whatever Prowl's damage is, you're getting 75% of that on top. So let's go ahead and let's compare Gmetals from the golds, the bronze, and the silvers. Okay, so right now I'm taking you to our line family chat. So we use the line app to communicate with our entire alliance, and in our alliance we have about 18 to 20 different families and over 400 players participating on their line chat. So if you're part of our family, get on line chat, and we'll share tips with you guys. I put all my videos here on the notes section, so if people want help and analysis on the different bots, that's all here. And under albums, one of our players in the One Elites, Texas Hammer, he's a really great guy, and he's very helpful for all the players in our family, and even in different alliances he's always willing to lend an ear and help out, which is really, really nice of him. And he put together a really cool package here of the G1 cores, and all 20 of them are in here, which is really, really nice. So we're gonna get down to that and break down each bot individually. So the first bot we're going to talk about is Optimus Prime, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about the Gmetal, the gold, and the silver one as well, and I'm going to give you my opinion on whether or not I think the bot is best with this core or another core. So this is my opinion though, and of course other people are going to have different opinions, but I've had a chance to test all of them out on the test server, so I've had a chance to see how they all work, and so I'll just give you my opinion. So first off, Optimus Prime, he's gonna get the invulnerability, which is really, really nice. It's the way to go for Optimus Prime. Even the silver one is really good if you don't have a gold one or the Gmetal, because you're gonna get 7.8% duration of invulnerability when he gets down to 30% life. So if you're rushing with Optimus Prime and you get stunned by a mine or by a Desaurus, he's going to survive that, which is really, really nice, and he'll get another chance to rush your bots up to the top and get away from defenses. So I love this core. I've got the G1 gold, and I wish I had the Gmetal one. For Laser Optimus Prime, I think it's pretty explanatory here, self-explanatory. You're going to get ability damage increase, 12% for the gold, 50.5% for the Gmetal, and it's very good. I think it's one of the best cores for Laser Optimus Prime. And because of course he's a situational bot, he does really well on clump bases and hexagons, so this is going to really help out his ability. So I would recommend this core. For Silverbolt, I think unless you have like a max 5-star at like 65, you might not need an enhanced ordnance, but otherwise I would use enhanced ordnance over this G1 core. It's just giving his regular attack a damage boost, and he'll stun targets for every 5 seconds. So or every 20 seconds he'll stun a target. So it's not that great in my opinion. And you could put on a combat bot instead to give him that extra damage boost and give him enhanced ordnance to increase his damage. So Grimlock here is the next bot we're going to talk about, and I like the Wallbuster on my Grimlock because he needs to deal more damage, I think. But this is kind of cool. It's going to give you a shield and also absorb damage for 20 seconds, which is really, really nice. But it's only at 20%, unfortunately, and 12% ability damage for the gold one there. So I don't know. I think I would still prefer the Wallbuster if I had a choice. But if you don't have a Wallbuster, that's just the way to go. Now, Prowl is the newest Gmetal core that I have, and G1 Gmetal core, and I like the gold one a lot because it's going to give you the damage of a volatile mixture, plus you're also going to get an extra percentage of damage from his offense. So 75% of the bot's damage is going to deal flame damage to that target. So if you don't have a volatile mixture, even the silver one is quite nice. You have to calculate it and figure out which one is the best way to go for you, but definitely G1 Prowl is the way to go. The next bot we're going to talk about is Gnaw. Gnaw has a speed bonus to his minions, which is really, really nice. It's going to help increase their speed, and they have really high damage per second. So this is a really, really nice core to add to Gnaw, and a lot of people use the G1 core on Gnaw. Ironhide, he's okay. I mean, he got a nice boost, so he's got that ability to smash through walls a lot better. So the health boost is going to help, but I'm not sure if I really want him to be taunting because it doesn't have a shield. So unless you have a really high level Ironhide and you get his health up really high, this G1 core will be helpful. Otherwise, I think a Rejuvenate or something with a shield would help him out even more. The next spot we're talking about is Sunstreaker. Now Sunstreaker has this core that will give him special ability damage, and also the flames will jump from target to target. So you're getting it. It's a little bit. The gold one's a little bit higher than a volatile mixture, but you're also getting that ability to jump to a different target and damage that one as well if you have a really strong Sunstreaker. So G1 is a really nice core for Sunstreaker if you don't have a volatile mixture. The next spot we're going to talk about is a G1 Ratchet core, and all three healer cores are pretty much the same. They are going to increase their healing a little bit more than a Ray Booster would do. So it's obviously nicer to have over a Ray Booster, and you're also going to get a speed boost to Ratchet with this core, which is really, really nice. So I recommend the G1 Ratchet core for Ratchet. Or if you have a really high Ratchet, you might want to put on a Prime core like Alpha Trion. I love that because I have that on my Ratchet, because I want my Ratchet to give me more bonus points from that Alpha Trion core for the rest of the team. Next core we're going to talk about is the G1 Swoop core. Now Swoop's knock is that he's in the air a lot, so he needs a shield, and this is what this core will do. It will give him ability damage similar to Enhanced Ordnance, and then also give him 31% protection with the Gmetal. So that's really, really nice. I would love to get my hands on the G1 Swoop core if I could get it. But I have the gold one, and I love the gold one as well. It's maxed on my Swoop. 23% extra ability damage and 24% protection from laser turrets and beam turrets. The next spot is Skydive. Skydive is really strong. He doesn't need Enhanced Ordnance because his ability is so powerful, and that's why it costs more to use. So this is a nice core for him. It's going to give him protection from laser turrets and beam lasers, and also restore his health every 15 seconds. It restores 7% health. So if you're using Skydive, you don't have other jets, this might be the way to go. But because his ability points are so high to use, it's better to level up another jet and go with that, in my opinion. First Aid is very similar. His ability is to Ratchet. He's going to get a speed boost, and also his heal beam is going to get enhanced 13.4%. And it's not as high as Ratchet's because he's doing clumped healing. So First Aid is a very good bot if you have a nice walk squad. You're going to use a walk squad. This core is going to help you a lot because you're getting that healing boost, and he's a slower healer, so it's nice to give him a boost to his speed. And here you go, we got Wheeljack here. Now his boost is a little bit different. It's going to give him a 10% attack speed boost to whoever he's healing. So if you're healing someone who's low on health, he's gonna attack a little bit stronger, so he'll usually heal the weakest bot, right? So it's nice that weakest bot's gonna fight a little bit harder to stay alive. So this Wheeljack core is nice for Wheeljack, but again, I like putting Alpha Trion or Nexus cores or something like that on my healers just to give my whole team an advantage. Next bot is Hound. Now Hound has 14.8% ability damage when maxed out at the gold, as you can see there, and the G1 is 19.3%. So very, very nice core to add to Hound. It's going to be more than a volatile mixture, right? So that's definitely the way to go with the G1 Hound core. You're going to get the cool skin, and of course you're going to get the extra ability damage to damage resource collectors and silos and stuff like that. The next bot is Ultra Magnus, and Ultra Magnus has that 15% damage boost, and from the Gmetal, which is really, really nice, 15.5%. And because he's a special bot, he's like a tank class, you can equip a volatile mixture on him to increase his special ability damage. So this is the way to go for Ultra Magnus. I think it's the best core for him. The next core that we're going to talk about is G1 Hotspot. This is such a good core for Hotspot because if you've got a walk squad that can't one-shot stuff, this is the way to go. You're going to be able to weaken those max mortars and lasers and missile launchers attacking Hotspot, and this is going to reflect even more. As you can see there, it generates a permanent protective shield that reflects 10.5% damage as silver. So for my secondary Autobot account, I'm using the silver core on my G1 Hotspot, and if I had the gold, I would definitely use the gold, and the Gmetal one is just extra gravy there, 17.5% protection. And now Blaster's core is really interesting. Now I find on offense I'd rather put something like my Cronus or Quintus, the Prime Chorus, because you're going to get those extra minions creating havoc on the base and protecting your whole team. But on defense, the G1 Blaster core is amazing because it's going to give you, every time a bot dies, it's going to stun for 6.2 seconds, with the gold, and with the Gmetal you're going to get an 8% duration there. So 6.6 and 8% is really nice and very annoying. Can you imagine if you kill one minion at a time? 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. That's just a lot of stunning to your team, and that could really annoy someone with a time trap. The right base this would be a perfect core for Blaster. Now the next core we're going to talk about is Jazz. Now Jazz's ability, it gets a little bit of a boost over a volatile mixture. You're getting 15.3% damage increase. So you're getting a little bit more than a volatile mixture. So this is definitely the way to go for Jazz, since this orbital strike is a little bit weaker. It's so devastating, and so this will definitely help a lot to increase the damage of the area and the area effect for Jazz. So 19.8% is the Gmetal. That's just something that I really want. I think this is the one I want the most of all the G1 cores, the Prime and Jazz. And 2 more to go. Skyburst. Skyburst has that ability to shoot in a line like Onslaught. So you're getting a 20% special ability damage increase for the 23% for the gold, and it's also going to stun the target as well, which is really nice. So that's going to go up to 27% for the Gmetal. So that's something that you might want to consider for Skyburst. But personally, I like using a Prime core like Solus or Prima for my Skyburst, because she's got that cool ability to do burst damage. So I don't know, you got to play around with your squad. If you have a lot of extra flak cores or crater makers if you're a Decepticon, then you might be able to put this core on your Onslaught or Skyburst instead of the Prima core, or sorry, instead of the a Prime core, and that way you can use the G1 core. And finally, the last bot is RC. Now RC is going to get a health boost, which is really nice, because her decoy gives you when you deploy the decoy, you're getting 75% of your health. That decoy is going to get 75% of the health. So you want to use a core that gives her more health, and on top of the health, so it's like a vitality core, but you're also getting 7% health every time she does a backflip every 15 seconds. So very nice core. I think it's the best for RC, and definitely the way to go for her. Okay, so that wraps up this video on the G1 cores, Gmetal and Gold. Hope you found it informative. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. Really appreciate it. And like this video and share it with all your alliance mates so they get a better idea of the G1 cores as well. And in my next video I'll be pumping out, we'll talk about the 4-star bots, I think. So my take on which 4-star bots are the best. So stay tuned for that by hitting the notification bell. This is Alpha Prime of the One Elites. Thanks for watching. Peace out.